Hey, reach up there and pull those belts tight. One more time, you're watching the original Rebels Racing League.
Welcome everybody to Atlanta Motor Speedway here on iRacing. My name is Josh Holl, bringing you live coverage of the Holl Heating and Sheet Metal Rebels Truck Series here on Intensity Broadcasting. And we already see practice is about 5 minutes from being done here. We got trucks on track. Jonah Colbert, currently the fastest on track tonight. Tracy Passions in second. Garrett Kinder back in third. And we saw Kinder have some struggles on Friday night with a loose track. We'll have to see how Kinder's able to rebound here tonight to move himself on to the next round in the playoffs. Congratulations to Andy Kurtz for winning the Xfinity's championship on Friday night. So that series will be over for a little bit, but we got trucks here tonight. We just saw one truck race that was done by Joe Wright just a few moments ago, and we're getting ready for another 100 laps here at Atlanta. Again, thank you for tuning in tonight, everybody for joining. We do appreciate you spending your Sunday night with us. Don't forget, if you haven't already, like, follow, and subscribe. It does really help us out here on Intensity. And let's take a look at our points coming into tonight. Last week, a non-playoff driver did win, so right now, there is nobody locked into that round of 8 so far. Garrett Kinder still at the top. Aaron Adcock, Seth Griffith, Tracy Passons, Josh Oswald, Cody Bohm, Brandon Wallace, Josh Lokovitz, Josh Smith, Mickey Isaac, Tyler Rice, and Christian Dedman, all currently still in the points. Moving to next week, it's going to be a battle here at Atlanta to see who moves on to the next round. See Cody Bohm out on track from Hellertown, Pennsylvania. Making some laps here. Cody currently in the 9th position. See one truck sliding down through the grass. Just behind him, the fastest truck on track. That is Jonah Colbert right behind him. Again, leading the way in practice, but practice really doesn't mean anything. It's going to be a few minutes later start than we're used to here tonight. There was some technical issues with the setting up the race tonight, so we got that all under control. We're getting ready for some great racing here tonight. See Jason Lottridge out on track as well. As we know, we saw Lottridge on Friday night lose to Logan Sturgeon in their little grudge match, if you will. The biggest rivalry in sports. Move over Yankees, Red Sox. Move over Red Wings and Avalanche. Jason Lottridge and Logan Sturgeon have taken over as far as big rivalries go in sports. Christian Dedman out on track as well. Doing a little drafting behind the 20 of Charlie Elmore, and this is the old Atlanta. This is not the revamped Atlanta yet. We don't have that on the service just yet. So we got the Atlanta that's got a very rough surface, a lot of tire wear, high speeds. This is going to be an exciting race in the round of 12 tonight. We look from high above the racetrack here. Kyle Roberts making his way out on track. Yeah, a little bit of practicing. You see him, Tracy Passons, working around the outside in that Chrome 53 machine. It doesn't look like Tracy's got that warning on the back bumper of his truck anymore. So Garrett Kinder is going to be able to get as close to that back bumper as he wants. Aaron Adcock making some laps here. Kevin Kinder says check it in. Good luck to all playoff drivers, but hammer down G, go 13. Kevin, I don't know what part of Oklahoma y'all are from, but I do know there's been some wicked weather out that way, so hopefully everybody is safe and secure out there in Oklahoma. Alex Beat says, do we get Josh and Joe back together? I know Joe was in the last race. I don't see him. He's hanging out in the booth here, but I don't think he's got his headset on. I think he forgot to exit the room, so we'll see if he pops in here tonight and we get the band back together for them truck cars. Speaking of truck cars, we know you guys like the merch that we have here on IntensityBroadcasting.com. Of course, on IntensityBroadcasting.com, we do have the t-shirts, hats, mouse pads, coffee mugs, stickers, so check that out. But we got a couple of new ones. Of course, we've got the famous truck cars from Joe Wright, so don't forget about that t-shirt. But we got a new t-shirt out as well. Cautions breed cautions on Intensity Broadcasting. So check out all the merch here at IntensityBroadcasting.com. There is a link below, so you can check that out, as well as there's a link below for the home of the original Rebels, ORRLeague.com. You can find standings, stats, news, all regarding the original Rebels Racing League, so you can check that out at ORRLeague.com. Kevin, yep, good for now. Thanks for asking. Absolutely. I'm a bit of a weather nut myself, so I've been following all the bad weather that's been happening all over the country. If anybody's in the Kansas area that was affected by the tornadoes in Anderson, I want to let you know that we are thinking about you, and hopefully everybody is all right and safe out there. Right now we've got William Griffith out on track from Pelham, Alabama, getting his qualifying done because he comes down the backstretch on his first of 2 laps. Coming across the line to start his second lap here. Currently Charlie Elmore fastest at the moment. Atlanta is an old, slick surface, so we're going to see that all night tonight. We've seen it in a couple other of the leagues here on Intensity Broadcasting that restarts here at Atlanta can be awfully tricky. So we'll have to see as William Griffith qualifies, currently 8th. See Tracy Passions out on track. Paul Passions checking in. Good to see you, Paul. Glad to see you here tonight. As Tracy makes his way off of turn number 4 to take the green flag of his first of 2 laps, Garrett Kinder jumps up to the top of the board currently with a 31.53. And Parsons is going to jump up to the 3rd position on his first lap. Let's see what he's able to do here on his second lap. I'm sorry, that was Andover, Kansas. So anybody who is involved in the Andover, Kansas tornadoes, we do hope for everything is all right. Everybody has safe family. Everybody's safe, and we'll be thinking about you in the upcoming days. Tracy Passions finishes his second lap, and he is currently 3rd on the board. We see Josh Lokenvitz making his way down into turn number 3 to start his first of second laps. Matt Kleeman says, "Oh, she's loose." Kleeman was in the first race here tonight and can attest how loose the track is, and we'll ride along here with Lokovic. Watch his hands here as he makes his way around the track. Whoops, a little too far. Try to come right over that shoulder there so we can see those hands. Holding a pretty wheel right now, nice and straight as he makes his way down into turn number 1. And that is a loose truck, you can tell, because he's turning to the right and keeping the wheel straight through the corner, which tells me that truck's got a lot of speed in it. And the track's got a lot of looseness in it. You can see the back end of that truck hanging out as he makes his way off of turn number 4 down to the start-finish line. And Lokovic is going to qualify himself into the 4th position. Alex Veith out on track on his white flag lap. Trying to get right down to the white line. Pushes up the track just a little bit. Comes off of turn number 4 down to the start-finish line. And Alex Veith is going to jump up into the 13th position. Mickey Isaac making his way out on track. We got about 4.5 minutes to go here in qualifying. Isaac makes his way down the backstretch for the first time. Into turn number 3. Isaac trying to get that truck wound up. Not quite able to get down on the white line as he comes across the line. We'll see where he winds out on the first lap up into the 13th position. See if he's able to get that truck down to that white line here through turns 1 and 2. Nice high entry into turn number 3, trying to use that banking to get that truck to stick as he makes his way off of turn number 4 into the stripe. And Mickey Isaac is going to jump up into the 2nd position. What a lap for Mickey Isaac outside of the front row currently. With a few drivers left to qualify, we see Jason Lottridge out on track right now on his first of 2 laps. We see Aaron Adcock out on track as well. He's just about finishing up his 2nd lap. Adcock is going to stay in the 10th position. His 2nd lap was actually slower than his first. Jason Lottridge's first lap is good enough currently for 17th. And you see how loose that truck is, that back end sliding out. As he comes off of turn number 2 down the backstretch. Run a little bit higher line. Trying to get down to that white line, just not able to roll the center. Oh, gets real loose through the exit of the corner. Able to hold on to it, but that's going to not be the best of laps, as it's going to actually move him up a position up in the 16th. Spencer Gay starting his 2nd lap currently in the 17th position. Bringing the RC Cola truck off of turn number 2. Never good to see the right side door number on corner exit. No, that is for sure. As Spencer Gay is making his way through turns 3 and 4. Down to the stripe. And Spencer is going to move into the 15th position. 3 drivers left to qualify. Kyle Roberts, Jason Warren, Mike Veith Doesn't look like they'll be coming out on track here tonight. So we have about a minute left here in qualifying. And again, we want to thank everybody for joining us here tonight. Also want to thank our great sponsors that help this league. Of course, Holl Heating and Sheet Metal, the memory of Ray Cobb, Spielmate Racing Designs, Shiba Inu Crypto, Peg Leg Felts, P&J Motorsports, Evil Empire SimSport, Thunderstruck Super Series, Kinder Farm and Ranch, Smeal Racing Designs, BK Motorsports, and Silbuski Window Tinting, all pitching in and helping out and making this season exactly as exciting as it needs to be. So everybody, thanks for supporting the league. And of course, if you have a way to support any of these fine places and people, feel free to look them up and see what we can do to help them out as well. Ratchet Miller says, howdy Josh, howdy Kevin, howdy No Neck. Ratchet, you're here just in time. I was just about to start talking about cautions. Waiting for the response for that. So here we go. We have, everything is falling in place as it should. Qualifying has concluded. Let's take a look at the starting grid. And of course, your starting grid is brought to you tonight by BK Motorsports, and your Peg Leg Felts Pole Award winner tonight is the 13 of Garrett Kinder. Mickey Isaac will be starting outside of him in row number 1. Row 2 will find the 31 of Jonah Colbert and the 53 of Tracy Passons. Josh Lokovitz rounds out your top 5. Christian Dedman rolled off from the 6th position. Charlie Elmore back in 7th. Cody Bohm will qualify 8th. Brandon Wallace and Aaron Adcock round out your top 10. 11th, we'll find Brett Grunwald with Josh Smith back in the 12th position. 13th will be Tyler Rice with Josh Oswald back in the 14th position. 15th will be Spencer Gay with Alex Veith rolling off 16th. Jason Lottridge rolling off 17th. William Griffith back in 18th. Jason Warren in 19th. Kyle Roberts starts from the 20th position, and Mike Veith rounds out the field in 21st. Archie Miller says, dadgummit, Josh. Gotta get him out of the way now. The cautions. I always talk about the cautions. In fact, just because you're here now, Ratchet, we've got a brand new shirt on IntensityBroadcasting.com. It is the Cautions Breed Cautions tee. You can check that one out here in the link below down at IntensityBroadcasting.com. Of course, don't forget that every champion here on Intensity Broadcasting does get a free piece of swag courtesy of Intensity Broadcasting. Maybe one of the guys will pick up that Cautions Breeding Cautions t-shirt, or maybe they'll pick up that Truck Cars t-shirt. We'll have to see. Well, here we go. The field is stacked up behind the pace truck. Pace truck's getting ready to take that hard left-hand turn on the pit road. Garrett Kinder is going to lead him down to the starting zone. Mickey Isaac to his outside. Jonah Colbert right behind him. And Tracy Passion starting in 4th. So we come to the starting zone. Green flag is in the air. We are racing here at Atlanta, and a pretty clean start through the field so far. Again, we've seen a lot of wheel spin on starts here at Atlanta. It looks like the entire field gets away clean. Mickey Isaac being challenged by Jonah Colbert as they make their way off of turn number 2. Down the backstretch they come for the first time as they make their way towards turn number 3. Mickey Isaac right there on the back bumper of Garrett Kinder as the field comes through turns 3 and 4. Jonah Colbert trying to get the advantage on the low side. Catches a little bit of the apron. He's going to go through the grass, and Jonah Colbert having some issues early catching the apron. falling all the way back to the back of the field as Mickey Isaac now has the 53 of Tracy Passions all over him. One truck, that's Mike Veith, down off pace. He is started from the pits, letting the field by, going a lap down, and Tracy Passions now moves up into the second position as Garrett Kinder continues to lead the field off of turn number 2. Take a look off the front bumper of Tracy Passions as he's got Garrett Kinder out the front. Mickey Isaac right there on the back bumper. Josh Lokovitz trying to make a move around the 01, but right now Tracy Passions has his hands full with the 1 of Mickey Isaac right there on the back bumper. Garrett Kinder, though, has the 53 of Tracy Passions right there on the back bumper. As they make their way off of turn number 2. Isaac taking a look down underneath Tracy Passions, but not able to get the momentum to actually physically get underneath that machine. So we come to work lap number 5. We got 3 wide. A little further back, we see Charlie Elmore. Sorry, that's not Charlie Elmore. That is the 17 of Josh the Jet Oswald, who was just 3 wide with Brett Grunwald and Brandon Wallace. Josh Oswald currently up 3 positions already, trying to make his way through the field. He's got Tyler Rice right behind him as well. As the back part of the field really doing some mixing up back here. We see Jason Lottridge and Spencer Gay going at it. Lottridge already up 4 positions from where he started, trying to make some moves. As Tracy Passions has got around Garrett Kinder to take over the lead. Kinder thought about crossing it over as Josh Lokovitz is working on the outside here. Let's see if we can take a look back at how it happened. Off of turn number 4, Passions gets the run down into turn number 1. A nice clean pass for the 53 machine. Kinder's able to fall right back in line as Josh Lokovitz gets around the 01 of Mickey Isaac. And here comes Cody Bohm, up 3 positions already, up into the 4th position. Josh the Jet Oswald a little further back, continuing his march forward through the field as he's trying to get around the 5 of Brett Grunwald and the 6 of Tyler Rice right there in tow as well. Jason Warren now trying to get around the 69 of Spencer Gay. Now Tracy Passions starting to pull away from Garrett Kinder a little bit. Taking a look at the chat. Says, me and Eddie need to pull some pesos together and send me that shirt since you throw me under the bus. Yeah, JC cannot catch a break as the field's starting to get spread out just a little bit. Let's see if we can see exactly what happened to Jonah Colbert here. We see him down. Oh, just gets loose. He didn't catch the apron. He just got loose off of turn number 2 and ends up going down through John Deere country. Able to hold on to it, so a great job for him, but he's going to fall all the way to the rear of the field. And currently, the draft actually plays into a little bit of effect here, and he is far from the back of the field. So unfortunately for Jonah Colbert, he's got a lot of work to do to get himself back up to the front. You see Christian Dedman in the 3, was working all over the back bumper of Aaron Adcock, but Aaron Adcock is starting to make his way through the field, up 4 positions, up into the 6th position. As he tries to continue to march himself forward and move on into the round of 8. Or further back, oh, we got one truck That was the 6 of Tyler Rice, was just absolutely sideways. As they are 3 wide going into turn number 4. Jason Warren in the middle. Here comes Jason Lottridge as well. We see Spencer Gay and Josh the Jet Oswald in this mess as well. And just in front of them, Brett Grunwald and Brandon Wallace going at it side by side. Grunwald's going to take that position away, but here comes Tyler Rice, who was just sideways a moment ago, still battling side by side with Jason Lottridge. Oh, and Lottridge up into the wall. That's going to allow both Gay and Josh Oswald to get on by. As Brandon Wallace trying to get back around Grunwald. And the 32, Jason Warren, coming up into the mix as well. No highlight and playoff drivers. I've tried to get that to work. I can never get it to work on my system. So I do apologize for that. Something that I've been working on. Ooh, Kinder sideways off of turn number 4. It is something that I've been trying to get to work on my screen, but so far nobody's been able to get it working on my screen. Cody Bohm under attack right now from the 23 of Aaron Adcock. Ratchet, I'll see if I can get the highlighted playoff drivers for next week. As Christian Dedman goes around Cody Bohm as well. So Dedman continuing his little march through the field. After losing a few positions on the start, Dedman's now back right where he started in the 6th position. As Garrett Kinder is running back down the 53 of Tracy Passions. He's right there on the back bumper. He's going to take a look down to the inside into turn number 3. Not quite close enough to get the nose down underneath as they come off of turn number 4 now. Kinder's going to get a little run here. Still not close enough to sneak underneath that truck. And as Kinder and Passons are battling off of turn number 2, it's allowed Josh Lokovitz to come up and join the party as well. As Lokovitz is giving a shove to Garrett Kinder, trying to get Kinder around the high side of Tracy Passons. Kinder's going to take away that exit. That's going to allow Kinder to get the run down the front stretch and into turn number 1. Kinder's going to lead that lap as Tracy Passions is fighting hard on the inside. Ooh, Passions gets really loose there, but able to slide back up in front of the 79, Josh Lokovitz. So move Garrett Kinder up to the point as Josh Lokovitz now tries to get around the 53 of Tracy Passions. Ratchet and Kevin, kind words from both of you. I do appreciate you guys tuning in week after week as Lokovitz takes a look down to the inside. He's going to try to take that position away from Tracy Passions. As they are side by side through turns 3 and 4. Lokovitz slides up the track a little bit, gets a little loose, has to chase it up the track, has to back out of it from getting into the side of the 53. He's going to have to tuck back in line and see if he can restart the fight. Here comes Aaron Adcock up into the mix, and Christian Dedman joining this group here as well. So your top 6 all under a blanket. As your top 6 drivers are all playoff drivers. Here comes Lokovitz taking a look down to the inside. Oh, Passions gets loose into the corner. Overdrove the corner. That's going to allow Lokovitz to slide right on by, even though Passions is fighting hard on the high side. Lokovitz is going to get on by. Here comes Mickey Isaac as well. So, again, your top 6, 7... Your top 7 drivers are all playoff drivers as Aaron Adcock has gotten around Mickey Isaac. And Aaron Adcock showing a lot of speed right now. Last time by, he was the second fastest truck on the track. The fastest being the 13 of Garrett Kinder. As this gaggle of cars continues the battle, it's allowing Garrett Kinder to just pull away from the field. Here comes Aaron Adcock taking a look under Uncle Tracy, but just taking a peek, not able to be close enough to make that move yet. See Christian Dedman having a little connection issue behind. And we see Cody Bohm trying to make his way up into this group as well with Jason Warren, who's up 11 spots from where he started, which would make him currently your hard charger. Up into the 8th position, but a lot of racing left. We're not even a quarter of the way through the race right now as Garrett Kinder continues the lead over Josh Lokenvitz, although Lokenvitz is starting to run down that 13 machine just a little bit. A little further back, we've got a battle back here between Brett Grunwald and Spencer Gay. This is back for the 12th position. Right behind Brandon Wallace as well. Brandon Wallace is a playoff driver. Looking to have a good run tonight. Currently sitting back. Oh, Grunwald just got really loose off of the corner. That allows Brandon Wallace and Spencer Gay to get it by. Here comes Jonah Colbert. Talk about drivers making a hand. Jonah Colbert, who almost spun it on the first lap, fell all the way back. He was 4 seconds behind the field, and now he's currently back up into the 14th position. Mike Veith around on the backstretch, down off the track, no caution. See if we can see what happened to Mike here as he was coming off of turn number 2, and yeah, just we've seen this a couple times tonight, just getting really, really loose, hard contact with the inside wall, but down below the racing surface, so we're not going to see a caution for that as Garrett Kinder continues to stretch his lead over the field behind him. Robert Van Ness is watching from Athens, Ohio. Robert, we appreciate you tuning in here on Intensity Broadcasting for the Rebels Truck Series race, brought to you by Holl Heating and Sheet Metal. We're seeing this pack back here, trying to use a little bit of drafting to run back up to Garrett Kinder, but just not able to get the run that they need to get back up to that 13 machine. Tyler Rice looking down underneath Charlie Elmore, trying to take away that 9th position, and he will. Elmore, though, going to cross him over here, bat hound through turns 1 and 2. But Elmore not able to get that power down. He's going to have to tuck back in line in front of Kyle Roberts. Ratchet, you're right. Jonah Colbert is sneaking his way back up the list. Colbert now looking down underneath the 69 of Spencer Gay, trying to take away that 12th position. So watch out for that 31 machine. Again, not a playoff driver, but trying to steal one away here tonight. Get his way up to the front. Speaking about up at the front, Josh Lokenvitz has the 53 of Tracy Passons all over his back bumper. Now Tracy looking down to the inside as they approach turn number 1. And is Aaron Adcock going to be able to push Uncle Tracy by and get himself ahead as well? So Lokenvitz going to lose 2 positions on this lap. As Lokenvitz drives right up the track, almost up into the wall. Christian Dedman trying to follow through as well. And all this battling back here between all these drivers is exactly what Garrett Kinder wants to see. as he's stretching his lead out to just over a second now. Oh, Jason Warren sideways, still trying to gather it up down the backstretch with a tank slapper and a half, trying to hold on to that machine, able to do it. But man, what a wild ride that 32 just had. As Christian Dedman has now gotten around. That was the 51 of Alex Veith. As the field goes around the 51, puts him a lap down. He is currently in the lucky dog position. As Christian Dedman continues to work down underneath Mickey Isaac to try to take that 5th position away. Ratchet, I think you're right. That's why JC did some mowing, trying to keep him from jeopardizing anybody else's race, especially these playoff drivers who are up here fighting to get into the round of 8. Jonah now working down to the inside of Kyle Roberts, moving himself up into the top 10. And Tyler Rice will be the next car on his hit list. Christian Dedman now has Jason Warren trying to use a little push here to get him by both Mickey Isaac and Josh Lokovitz, as Aaron Adcock and Tracy Parsons have separated themselves from this group. And they're running down, or trying to run down, Garrett Kinder, but they're running pretty even laps with that 13 machine. Wow, this is wild, these drivers back here fighting for realistically 4th through 7th. Then you got to go 2.5 seconds back to the 78 of Cody Bohm. Another 1.5 seconds back to, well, I was going to say Tyler Rice, but it looks like it's going to be Jonah Colbert up into that 9th position. As Jonah's working that high side. As we take a look from Tyler Rice here as Jonah Colbert goes on by. Let's run along with Jonah here. Let's take a look at his hands. See how this truck is rolling here. Is holding a really pretty wheel right now. You see just how straight he's holding that wheel tells me that truck's pretty much turning on its own. We're talking about how loose the track is. Let's take a look at Garrett Kinder. And well, Kinder's in there working that wheel a little bit right now. Kinder able to drive it in so deep and letting that rear end hang out. And just behind him, exactly what he wants to see. He's got some side-by-side racing between Tracy Parsons and Aaron Adcock. As long as those two stay side-by-side, it's going to allow Garrett Kinder to continue to pull away. As the group behind is now settled out, got themselves single file and stretching it out just a little bit. Jason Warren up into the 4th position. Jason Warren, not one of our playoff drivers, just trying to get up here and steal a win tonight. As these drivers work around the 51 of Alex Veith. Alex going another lap down, currently 8 laps down. It's like he came down pit road on lap number 18. I believe he might have had some issues on that lap. Got up into the wall, had to use his reset. He's been sliding backwards ever since. Although it looks like Alex Veith has got some fresh tires because he's trying to get one of those laps back from Garrett Kinder right now. He is going to do it. Cleveland asks if anybody's going to do the 40-40-20 strat. It's always a good strat to do here at Atlanta. Gives you the chance with the freshest tires at the end. I know Wednesday night we ran 100 laps at Atlanta in the SCSRA Xfinity Series, and I went 30-30-30. So we'll have to see what the strategy is that plays out here tonight. Again, just a few races left here. Got some information coming through. Oh, Aaron Adcock just got up into the wall. He's trying to hold on to it. Jason Lotridge just had some issues as well. He's crashed and gone down on the pit road. Let's see if we can see what happened to Lotridge. Ooh, looks like he just had some issues. Maybe blew a right front tire, but... And the yellow flag is out. Looks like some issues between Christian Dedman and Mickey Isaac. And I just got some news that there's been an issue again with the server. And they're going to be throwing a stage break so we can get things fixed here tonight as we see Garrett Kinder coming down on the pit road. As the entire field is coming down on the pit road. So this is a stage break that we are doing. So taking a little bit of strategy out of play here. We're seeing the field come down on the pit road. And we are going to put up the Kinder Farm Ranch replay. And we will be right back with you as after the stage break, we actually have to switch over to a different server as there are some issues with this one. But we will, after we get the stage all set up, we'll be right back with you. So don't go away. Again, I do apologize. Just got the word of what's going on here. So the session was made with not enough time to get the race in. So these guys had about 10 minutes left to finish the race. So what we're doing is we're getting a new race set up here. We are going to restart basically from where we just ended the stage with 48 laps to go. And then we'll get back going here with the racing. So they're getting the new server going right now, getting everybody lined up on pit road, and we'll get this race back underway with about 48 laps to go. Garrett Kinder continues to be your leader, and they will be going back into the race in the same order that they were at the stage break. So when the stage break came out, the field was frozen, and we're going to be going back racing at exactly the same way. So again, we do appreciate you bearing with us. If it wasn't for, wasn't for every once in a while mistakes happening, and what fun would life be, So while we got a moment, let's again thank our sponsors here tonight between Holl Sheeting and Heat Metal and the memory of Ray Cobb, Smeal Racing Designs, Shibu New Crypto, Peg Leg Felts, P&J Motorsports, Evil Empire Sim Sport, Thunderstruck Super Series, Kinder Farm and Ranch, Smeal Racing Designs, BK Motorsports, and Slabowski Window Tinting. We want to give them a huge shout out and a huge thanks for coming on board to sponsor the league and everything that the original Rebels do. Don't forget to check out their website at orrleague.com. There's a link down in the description below. And I might as well throw it again. We got a link down in the description below to our web store as well. So you can check that out at intensitybroadcasting.com. Plenty of t-shirts, coffee mugs, stickers, all sorts of things that you can check out there. So check that out. That is intensitybroadcasting.com. We can pick up Ratchet Miller's favorite t-shirt, the Cautions Breed Cautions. See, Linda Rudd has asked, who's your favorite NASCAR star ever? I'm sorry, Liliana Rula. I'm sorry, I can't read today. Liliana Rula asks, who's your favorite NASCAR star ever? And Robert Van Ness says, Dale Earnhardt, who is everybody's favorite at one point. You either loved him or you hated him, that's for sure. Same thing with drivers like Jeff Gordon, Richard Petty, drivers who you either loved or you hated. I know growing up, I was a huge Rusty Wallace fan, another driver you either loved or you hated. I spelt beer wrong. I was trying to say, Kevin Kinder says we need some Jeopardy music, and Ratchet said you spelt beer wrong. Absolutely, grab a cold one. Grab a cold beverage, adult beverage, unless you don't drink, which we respect that too. Grab yourself a water or a soda. Grab your favorite cold beverage. And join us here as we're getting ready to go back. We're loading back into the race here, trying to get the race back underway after the stage break. Again, we do appreciate everybody joining us here. We do apologize for the technical issues. For once, the technical issue is not on my end. That's an unusual thing. Just knock on wood. Make sure that doesn't happen here again. And we'll be back underway in just a moment. Also, don't forget to check out Intensity Broadcasting 7 nights a week. We do have a couple off nights though now. We don't have a race on Monday night as of yet. But Tuesday night we have our truck doubleheader with the Doghouse Racing League and the SCSRA Truck Series. Doghouse this week will be, let me see if I can pull up my schedule here. Looks like we've got trucks back on track. They're just getting a little warm up in. So we'll let them get their warm up in and feel out the track as it's changed just a little bit. And they're waiting for drivers to rejoin as well. So we'll be back running momentarily. Going back to what I was saying, May 3rd, this Tuesday, at 8 p.m. Eastern, we'll have the Doghouse Racing League Shoney's Truck Series from Dover International Speedway, followed by the SCSRA Truck Series. And they'll be taking on Charlotte. So, 2 classic NASCAR tracks on Tuesday night. Wednesday night, you'll have the SCSRA Xfinity Series as they take on Martinsville at night. So Martinsville under the lights, that's always an exciting one. Thursday night, we've got Thunderstruck. Friday night, we're going to be taking the night off as the Xfinity Series has finished. Again, congratulations to Andy Kurtz with the Xfinity Championship. Saturday night, the Send It Cup Series has just a couple weeks left as well. I believe the Send It Cup Series, if I remember correctly, run the same schedule as these trucks here. So Send It Cup Series will be at Rockingham next week. Nope, I'm lying again. They're taking a week off. So we'll be back with the Send It Cup Series on 5/14. And then there will be a break before the round of 8. So we'll be back with the trucks on 5/15. So taking a Mother's Day break that weekend. And hey, guess what? We got back on track. We've got trucks regridding and getting ready to go back racing here. We see the field is getting back organized in line in the running order that they were originally in. And it might take a minute for these guys to get everything all settled out and figured out, but so again, thank you everybody for your patience as the league gets the race back underway and gets back into the running order that we were in before the caution came out. So Garrett Kinder is your leader, Tracy Passions in second, Jason Warren in third, Mickey Isaac in fourth, Christian Denman back in fifth, Aaron Adcock in the sixth position, Josh Lokovitz in seventh. Jonah Colbert made his way back up in the eighth position as we're getting ready to go back green flag racing. The field making their way off of turn number 4. Everybody is back in their position that they were in when the yellow flag came out. We are still getting everybody lined up, so we're going to extend the caution one more lap. Ratchet, I have to ask, just because we're trying to kill some time, what is your favorite beer? What's your favorite adult beverage, if you don't mind me asking? Because we know that Garrett's a big fan of that Bullet whiskey. All right, here we go. Field is lined back up. So Jonah Colbert back in 8th. Tyler Rice in the 9th position. Kyle Roberts in 9th. I'm sorry, Tyler Rice in 10th. Spencer Gay in 11th. Cody Boehm in 12th. Brandon Wallace in 13th. Charlie Elmore in 14th. Josh Oswald, William Griffith and Josh Oswald, 15th and 16th. Brett Grunwald, Josh Smith, Jason Lowridge, and Alex Veith. Round out your field as we're getting ready to go back racing. Ratchet Miller's favorite adult beverage is Coors Light. So that's good to know. Jack Fire ain't bad either, that's for sure. Green flag is back in the air. We are back racing after our little stage break with 58 laps to go. Garrett Kinder with the big jump off for Tracy Passions as they make their way down into turns 1 and 2. Mickey Isaac trying to stay up on that high side. Here comes Aaron Adcock with the big run down the backstretch on those fresh tires, trying to get underneath Mickey Isaac. Jason Warren underneath Tracy Passions at the same time. Warren almost loses it into the corner. They are side by side for second place as Jason Warren battles with Tracy Passions off of turn number 4 and across the line, and Garrett Kinder starting to pull away just a little bit as they battle hard behind him. And we've seen this group behind Garrett Kinder battling hard all race long. They're continuing to go at it as Aaron Adcock gets around Mickey Isaac, and Tracy Passons and the 53 of, Tracy Passons and Jason Warren continue to battle side by side. You know the problem, there ain't enough gas in it. Now, claiming the race only had 10 minutes left in the server, and they weren't going to be able to get 58 laps done in 8 minutes or 10 minutes, so that's why we had to get another server up and running, as Tracy Passons and Jason Warren have run down Garrett Kinder as they're running side by side. Passons using that high side right now to his advantage. Has a great run on Jason Warren as they make their way down into turn number 1. And Warren almost gets clear of Passons, but Passons is fighting back hard on the high side. Free fast repairs. You know, Clayman, you know who this benefits the most is the 51 of Alex Veith, who was multiple laps down, and now he's back on even playing field, so. And everybody does have free fast repairs as well, so we'll have to see how this plays out and we'll see how the strategy plays out into this as well. See Josh Lokovitz battling underneath Aaron Adcock, trying to take away that 4th position. So they make their way down into turns 1 and 2. Mickey Isaac just hanging in on the back bumper as well. And Jason Warren right there trying to battle it out with Garrett Kinder. Again, Warren not a playoff driver, but trying to steal a win here. Look off the back bumper of Garrett Kinder at the 32 of Jason Warren. Warren getting a little bit of a draft and a pull down the front stretch, but not close enough to try to make any kind of a move. Warren did just get up to the back bumper. He's trying to run down that 13 of Kinder. Great look off the back bumper of the 13 machine. Warren's going to look up to the high side. Not quite able to get to the back bumper, though, to make a move as they make their way down the backstretch. And Josh Lokovitz now to the inside of Aaron Adcock, trying to challenge for that 4th position. Oh ho ho, look who's coming up into this mix as well. We see the 31 of Jonah Colbert catching this little pack up here. So Jonah trying to make his way back up into the mix. Again, not a playoff driver, just trying to get himself up to the front. The field makes their way off of turn number 4 down the front stretch. Garrett Kinder continues to lead over Jason Warren. Kevin Kinder says it's starting to rain where they're at. Kevin, I know the weather hasn't been the happiest down there lately, so stay safe. Got quite the battle back here between Charlie Elmore and William Griffith. Griff running that high line, ripping the rim. We saw him doing that at Chicagoland on Friday night. He is one driver that likes to stay up there and rip the high line, and he's showing that right now as well. Kyle Roberts and Spencer Gay having a little battle back here. This is for 9th and 10th as Roberts trying to get around Spencer Gay for that 9th position. And Brandon Wallace right here as well, trying to move himself up into the top 10. Them Oklahoma boys making a showing, says Ratchet Miller in the chat, and they are, as Jason Warren still continues to run all over the back bumper of the 13 Kinder Farm and Ranch racing machine. Aaron Adcock venturing up the track a little bit, trying to run that middle line. See if that works for him. Looks like he's able to get a little bit of a run on his uncle, but just not able to make any kind of a move as the field makes their way down into turns 1 and 2. Field starting to get a little more stretched out this time. In the early parts of the last race, or not last race, but of the first stage, if you will, the drivers were really very aggressive, making heavy moves, racing side by side. This time it looks like everybody's kind of calmed down a little bit. Also, doesn't look like the track is as loose as it was earlier. We ride along here with Jason Warren. We'll take a look at his hands and we'll tell you if the track is a little not as loose as before. And yeah, you see him put a little bit more wheel into the truck to make it turn. We're along with Garrett Kinder here, and you see, yeah, before Kinder pretty much had his hands a little more straight like that. This time he's not able to let it hang out quite as much. Ooh, his Kinder has a little connection issue. A little further back, Mickey Isaac sliding backwards. Currently in the 7th position. Another driver trying to make his way into the top 8. And Jonah Colbert was right there as well. So Jonah Colbert behind 3 playoff drivers. Josh Lokenvitz, Mickey Isaac, Christian Dedman. As the track has completely changed between stage breaks. See Josh Smith working the high side around Brett Grunwald. Trying to get himself up to Josh Oswald. A couple playoff drivers right there. Back up front, Jason Warren wearing off the back bumper of that 13 machine. Warren's going to take a look down to the inside. Just takes a peek, though. Not quite there, and now going to take a look down to the inside. Tracy Passon's right there as well. Tracy was trying to take a look down to the inside, and Warren threw a little block, breaking his momentum. Now Passon's taking a look down underneath the 32 of Jason Warren. Passon's, though, not able to complete the pass. While those two were side by side, it's allowed Garrett Kinder to stretch his legs a little bit, pull away from those two. As Aaron Adcock now trying to get up into the third position, but still having to stay right behind the 53 of Tracy Passions. How about Jonah Colbert looking up to the high side? Ripping the rim, trying to get around the 79 of Josh Lokenvitz. Cody Bohm has hit pit road. Cody Bohm needed a good finish here to get himself up into the next round. Let's take a look, see what happened to the 78 machine. If he just decided, oh, he's got a lot of damage to the right side of that truck as he makes his way down on the pit road. So heavy contact with the wall for the 78 as he's making his way back out on track. You'll notice the track just got a little bit darker, which means a cloud just came over, giving these drivers a little bit more grip. Oh! As Jason Warren gets up into the wall, Tracy Passions does as well. So these two drivers pushing hard. The sun's coming back out from behind the cloud. That's going to make this track get slick yet again. See Kleeman talking to the track. Looks like he's enjoyed a couple adult beverages. 56 laps is a bit far for one tank of gas for sure. These guys will have to come down and pit one more time. Question is, are they going to try to split the race in half? Or are they going to try to run it as long as they can? That's the question that's going to be determined, as Jonah Colbert is now all over the back bumper of the 23 of Aaron Adcock. We see Colbert taking a look down to the inside. Now up to the high side. So move Jonah Colbert up into the fourth position. Ratchet, I wasn't thinking about saying that C word. So far, the only caution we had was for the stage break. Other than that, it's been great, clean racing since the drop of the green flag. Kyle Roberts getting around Josh Lokovitz, move Roberts up into the sixth position, as Jonah Colbert's making his way down onto pit road. So I asked if drivers are going to try to split the race in half, and that's exactly what Colbert's doing. We'll see if that lures any of our other leaders down on the pit road. We see the damage to the right side of Jason Warren after getting up into the wall. As Garrett Kinder is going to opt to pass pit road this time as well. Jason Warren does so. And you can see right there on the right front of this machine, a little bit of damage. We'll see a little scuff on the hood, and where the seam of the hood is sticking out just a little bit. That means that truck's been up into the wall just a little bit. And it could be just enough to slow that truck down. We'll take a look at the right side as he comes by. Looks like it's just that little bit up on the right front. There's a good view at the damage to that machine. You see the nose crinkled up just a little bit. And that's enough to do a little bit of, take away a little bit of the speed of that machine. As more trucks make their way down on the pit road, Tracy Passons, Josh Smith, Aaron Adcock, Tyler Rice, Charlie Elmore, all making their way down on the pit road. Garrett Kinder hitting pit road this time, as well as Jason Warren. That's going to give the lead of the race over to the 35 of Kyle Roberts. Christian Dedman, Josh Oswald also down on pit road. Oh, trucks all over the place behind. We see Cody Bohm back here. He is a lap down. We see that 31 of Jonah Colbert racing hard. Actually, he's not, well, he is a lap down, but so isn't Jonah and Josh Lokovitz behind, as they've all been on pit road. Actually, Josh Lokovitz has not been on pit road yet. You see Garrett Kinder just leaving pit road. These drivers do have to stay down below the white line until they get past that blue cone you see on the right of the screen. Kyle Roberts coming down on the pit road. That's going to give the lead of the race over to the 1 of Mickey Isaac. So you'll see as these drivers come down the backstretch, if you look off to the right, you'll see a blue cone. Well, you really couldn't see it there, but there's a blue cone that the drivers cannot merge out on the track until they pass. And now Mickey Isaac's going to make his way down on the pit road, giving the lead of the race to Brandon Wallace as Garrett Kinder gets his lap back. And we know that Brandon Wallace typically stays out as long as he possibly can. So I do not expect to see this 99 truck hitting pit road anytime soon. Jason Warren getting around the 99 as well to get his lap back. As Brandon Wallace makes a liar out of me as he heads down on the pit road. That's going to give the lead of the race to Josh Lokenvitz. So only 2 drivers have not pit yet. Actually, 3 drivers have not pit yet. That is Josh Lokenvitz, William Griffith, who's back here in traffic now, and Jason Lotridge, who's now making his way off of turn number 2. Now Lokovitz is going to make his way down on the pit road. And William Griffith is going to assume the lead. See Brandon Wallace making his way back onto the racing surface. Cleveland makes a good point. Wallace is a playoff driver. He's playing the finishing position rather than his usual stay out forever. Griffith is also a playoff driver, but he's still out there on track trying to lead a few laps, seeing if he can catch a caution that would keep him out in front. As Charlie Elmore takes a look down to the inside, almost down to the apron. Now Griff's going to hit pit road. And Lotridge, who's not a playoff driver, is going to take over the lead. And, you know, he's got the opportunity to play that stay out as long as possible strategy, as he's got nothing to lose. Second place right now is the 31 of Jonah Colbert with Tracy Passions currently running in third, and Garrett Kinder in the fourth position. And when Jason Lotridge comes down on the pit road, that is going to give the lead to Jonah Colbert. So what we're looking at right now is a race for the potential lead. As Jason Lotridge is losing a ton of time to our drivers out front here. We'll take a look at our lap times here. And you see Jonah Colbert is a second and a half, almost 2 seconds a lap quicker than Jason Lotridge, due to Lotridge being out on much older tires. Ooh, Lotridge almost up into the wall. And Garrett Kinder has now gotten around all these drivers. Kinder is on a tear right now. Let's see if we can see. Here's the move that Kinder made. As Passions was going around Colbert, Kinder made the same move down to the bottom. And then Kinder made this move down the front stretch to take over what is currently second place. As Jason Lotridge has just hit pit road. And that is going to put Garrett Kinder into the lead of the race over Tracy Passions, Jason Warren, and Jonah Colbert. Matt Cleveland says he looks like Colbert's letting these playoff drivers duke it out. Colbert was on pit road 5 laps earlier than everybody else, and we know that 5 laps here at Atlanta is an eternity on these tires. And you're seeing it in the lap times. So Kinder leads with 15 laps to go over second place Tracy Passions. See Jonah way up on the high side right now. And not just as he got 5 laps older tires, but there's a term that we use here in racing called when the tires cliff. And I think the cliff point that is where Jonah's at right now. And the cliff is, you want to think if you had a graph of what tire grip looks like, there's a point where tire grip starts just to level off, and then the tire grip just drops off the cliff and goes away. So I believe that's what Jonah's fighting right now, is his tires have just hit that cliffing point, and he's starting to fall back away. We see Josh Smith and Christian Dedman going at it. This is a battle for 6th and 7th. Oh, almost some contact between Dedman and Smith. And up front, we have Jason Warren, who's running down Tracy Passions for that second position. You see this battle continuing, and Warren still has that damage on the front of his truck there. But he is catching as Garrett Kinder continues to lead over these drivers, and he is checking out currently. See a little battle back here between Kyle Roberts and Brett Grunwald. Grunwald is able to get around. This battle is still going on up front for second place. Again, Jason Warren is not in the playoffs. Tracy is, though. Tracy doing everything he can to move on to the next round. Garrett Kinder is giving everything he's got up at the front, trying to win this race and automatically advance to the round of 8. Trying to see if I can find where the standings were as far as who might be moving on to the next round. But with just 6 laps to go, Garrett Kinder continues to check out. Yeah, 32 did do a little tank slap a moment ago, falling back just a little bit. Looks like a bit of damage now to the... A lot of damage to the right side of that truck now. Let's see if we can take a look at the right rear suspension. You see, yeah, all that damage to the right side of this vehicle. I'm going to slow that truck down quite a bit. Before it just was just a little bit of damage to the right front. Now we see damage all along the right side of that truck. And that's going to continue to slow down that 32 machine. See Josh Oswald going around Brett Grunwald, getting another point here, trying to move himself up into the top 8 with just 5 laps to go. Brandon Wallace, another playoff driver, getting around Josh Lokenvitz. So Brandon Wallace making the move, gaining a couple points, trying to stay out in front of his Reaper Racing teammate, Kyle Roberts, who's also coming in a bit of a hurry. And see Jason Warren behind, giving it everything he's got. Kyle Roberts and Josh Lokenvitz are balanced side by side. Even though Roberts is not in the playoffs, he's helping out his teammates here by taking points away from Lokenvitz. And that could be enough to move a driver like Christian Edmond or Brandon Wallace, who are a little further down the line, forward. So we'll see how this works out in their favor. A couple of playoff drivers not having the best of nights. We see Cody Bohm back in the 17th position. Charlie Elmore in 16th. Griffith in 14th. And Aaron Adcock all the way in last place in 20th position. So the white flag is in the air. Just one more lap to go. As Garrett Kinder makes his way down the backstretch and into turns 3 and 4. And Garrett Kinder is going to advance on to the round of 8 with the win here at Atlanta. As he comes across the line and captures that checkered flag, Tracy Passion's going to come home in second. Jason Warren having a great run in that third position. Mickey Isaac up in the fourth, and Christian Dedman into fifth. And I take that back. Charlie Elmore was not in the playoff hunt, but he was running up to the front earlier in the race as Kinder does his traditional slide down the front stretch. And then we'll see the traditional Rebels wreckage at the end. Josh Smith up on his roof. Kinder going the wrong way. And the Demolition Derby will begin. Let's take a look at your results here at Atlanta. Again, your winner tonight, Garrett Kinder. Tracy Passions comes home in second. Jason Warren in that third position. Mickey Isaac and Christian Dedman round out your top 5. 6th will be Josh Smith. 7th, Brandon Wallace. Josh Lokenvitz in the 8th position. 9th, Kyle Roberts and Tyler Rice round out your top 10. Josh Oswald in 11th. 12th belongs to William Griffith. 13th, Brett Grunwald. Spencer Gay 14th. Charlie Elmore back in the 15th position. 16th, Cody Bohm. 17th, Alex Veith. 18th, Jonah Colbert. Jason Lotridge and Aaron Adcock round out the rest of the field here. As we get ready for our post-race interviews, brought to you by Thunderstruck Super Series. And we'll start tonight with your third place driver, the 32 of Jason Warren. Jason, you got Josh up in the booth. You got me?
Hey, what's up, bud?
Man, great job tonight. Coming home in third place. Looked like you might have had something for Tracy and Kinder there, but got up into the wall a couple times to get a little damage and slow down your truck. Did that damage really play a hindrance into your move forward?
Yeah, I'm a dumbass. It played a little bit. It was only like I think 18 seconds of optional, but I don't really run the trucks that much, so I don't know. It might have played a little bit. To be honest, I was a little bit better than both of them on a short run, but they're just way better at saving tires than I am. I normally run short track stuff. I just got outdrove. I ain't gonna have no excuses about scraping the wall or this or that. They were just better than me tonight.
Well, can't be disappointed having a great run through the field, getting up into the top 3 tonight. That stage break kind of threw a loop for a lot of drivers. Did the track handle differently for you after the stage break?
No, the track temp was literally about the same. I think it was like 116, 115 after the stage break, and the new one I think it was like 117. So it wasn't really that big of a deal. I didn't qualify as usual because I'm not in the playoffs. I normally don't run this, and I didn't want to be a hindrance to the playoff drivers. So it was a little bit different restarting in third. But we tried to make the best of it. Had a horrible pit stop as usual. I think I overdrove my pit. I think I did it twice last night and couple times Friday night in Xfinity as well. Something we definitely need to work on a little bit.
Again, great job tonight coming home in third. Again, not a playoff driver, but making a hand and making a show in here tonight. Anyone you want to thank? Any shout you got to give here before I let you go?
Yeah, big shout out to you guys, Josh and Joe over at Intensity, Dayton and Natalie. You guys are absolutely phenomenal. You guys do a great job in this league and our Xfinity series as well as Thunderstruck. So, main shout out to you guys. Congrats to Kinder. Tracy ran a great race. Both those guys deserve props. Huge shout out to Griff. I know he's kind of down on himself because he messed up a couple of sessions, but he's a great dude. Does a wonderful job. Original Rebels, all those guys, all the admins do a great job. Velocity Motorsports, Shock iRacing, my fiance and all my family, my support group for actually letting me spend way too much time on my rig and play this godforsaken game. That's about it.
Well, let's not forget the previous owner to the league may have had a couple times where he screwed up some sessions too. So Griff can't be too hard on himself.
Oh, big shout out to Matt Geis. That's my man. I hope he's watching.
For sure. Well, again, congrats, Jason, and I'm sure we'll be talking again soon.
Take care, man.
That was your third place driver finisher tonight, Jason Warren. Tracy, our second place driver, Tracy Passions, will bring him into the booth. Tracy, you got Josh up in the booth. You got me?
Hey, Josh, how you doing, buddy?
Man, I'm doing well. You had a great run here tonight, coming home second. Again, falling short behind Garrett Kinder tonight. And you must have been hoping for a caution there at the end, trying to get one last run at Kinder because he was just pulling away.
Man, I was just trying to hold on to it. That thing was hot and slick. Like I said, it's going to be last weekend, and it didn't let me down. It was hot, but I'm proud of second. I done all I could do, and congrats to Kinder for winning. And maybe one day I might be able to sneak in there and get one if I keep at it.
Absolutely. You've been right there knocking on the door all season long. And I'm going to ask the same question to you that I asked Jason there. The stage break that we had, that little stage break, did the track end up driving a little differently for you, or were you able to do pretty much the same thing all night long?
To me, it wasn't no difference. I was able to do the same thing all night long, and tires get slick, more out on you. You had to change your driving style a little bit, so it felt the same to me pretty much.
Well, again, great job at knocking on that door. I'm sure you'll get a win here in the upcoming races. And before we let you go, anyone you want to thank? Any shots you got to give here tonight?
Yes, sir. I got to give you one again for doing this every Sunday night, and Holl Heating and Sheet Metal and all the other sponsors that help us put on this show every weekend and enjoyed racing in the league. And we'll see you next weekend. And thanks to my teammates, Pole Man Motorsports.
Yep, we'll see you in 2 weeks. We're taking a break for Mother's Day next week. So we will see you in 2 weeks, and good luck with the rest of the season.
Yes, sir. You have a good week, too, okay?
You as well. That was your second place finisher, Tracy Passons. Let's bring in the man, the myth, the legend, the one and only Garrett Kinder. Garrett, you got Josh up in the booth. You got me?
Hey, Josh, how's it going, man?
Man, I'm trying to give you the biggest intros I can give, but pure domination tonight here at Atlanta. Hot, slick track. We know how much you like hot and slick tracks, kind of dirt tracking the truck around a little bit. Able to get the win, and man, what was the strategy coming into the race? I know your strategy must have got completely thrown off with that little stage break y'all had.
Yeah, it really did. Basically we kind of had to reset and treat this like a whole new race with that stage break in the middle that we had. Kind of that first one was just kind of run it until we can't run it no more. I wasn't going to be able to make 50 laps. I don't think I would have been skinning my teeth close to make it to 50. We were going to throw that stage break at half or the first natural caution. So, I would have been really, really close on fuel to make it to 50. So, I was actually pretty glad that caution came out. And then, man, after we got over here and started this new session, it was, clean air is so important here. You start getting in dirty air and couple that with a track that's, 110 to 120 degrees, and you'll lose your front end really easily. Trying to compensate for the lack of downforce on the front end. So trying to stay in clean air, maybe run a little different line. If I was behind somebody and they were wide arcing in, I'd make sure I'd take a shallow arc. Just trying to keep that nose with as much air as possible, save a little tire, and just drive it, man. Coming off a 2 was probably the most fun I had all night. You start getting a little sideways off of it, and you just kind of modulate the throttle back and forth a little bit and hammer down and hope it sticks and carry it up to the wall. And worked out well tonight. You know, Tracy, Jason Warren, they all ran a great race tonight. I was talking to people. You know, unfortunate for Aaron Adcock, he was up there battling with. I think he was up there battling with Tracy and Jason quite a bit, and I guess he looped it coming off pit road. It's real unfortunate for him, but man, it was a really clean race. Everybody did a really good job.
For sure, and great job getting on and off pit road as well yourself. Able to you got behind a little bit after the pit stops, able to get yourself back up to the front. I know I asked this to the previous two drivers. I'm going to throw it to you as well. After the stage break, I know the temperature and everything was pretty much close to what it was beforehand, but did the track feel any different? Did everything drive a little bit different to you?
Man, it felt pretty similar. There was, you know, green track and stuff. It's going to be a little bit different. You know, so all our station states they carry over. You know, from the 2-hour practice we had to the qualifying to the race portion, it all carries over. So the track was definitely more rubbered up, I think, in that first session, especially with how hot this track is. It just chewed those tires away. I would say there was probably more grip in the track whenever we're after the stage break and we came to this fresh session. But it didn't last long. Track rubbered up real quick, and it got back to being a little snappy loose.
Yeah, the first race, the beginning of the before the stage, seemed like everybody was able to run kind of in a pack, and as the race went on after the stage, everything kind of sprung out. So that's why my question was if it changed at all. But man, great job here tonight, punching your ticket to the round of 8 in 2 weeks. And how you like your chances over at Rockingham?
Rockingham's fun. I haven't run it just a whole lot. It's a track that doesn't get run very often. In some of the leagues, you know, maybe once a season we'll get on it. So, really looking forward to running it. Really interested to see how the setup's going to handle the bumps down there low in turns 3 and 4. See if you can actually run those bumps, or you're gonna have to scoot up a half a lane to stay out of them and keep that car or keep the truck under control. 1 and 2 is going to be a headache, just like it always is. Heavy braking zone, trying to get in there and carry as much momentum through the turn without smoking the turn 2 wall. I can imagine turn 2 wall is going to claim a few victims in 2 weeks.
I imagine it's going to be much like Darlington usually is. So before we let you go, though, Kinder, anyone you want to thank? I know you got a laundry list you got to give a shout out to here tonight.
Absolutely. Thank you up in the booth for getting up there and broadcasting and overcoming the hurdles that we threw at you tonight. So really appreciate you for that and getting in this fresh session, calling the race for us. It's always fun to go back and watch them. Kinder Farm and Ranch and Ratchet Speed Shop. I can't say enough about them. I tell you every time I'm up here with you, Josh, having the support that I do, along with he's my brother as much as anybody else, Bubba Castle, and all his family back home that have been blowing my phone up and texting me and sending me a video. So it's great having the kind of support that I do back home, and really enjoy getting those messages. Big Frig and Cross 5 cattle coolers. If you want to keep your stuff hot and keep your stuff cold for cheaper and longer than anybody else, make sure you check out Big Frig and Cross 5 cattle coolers at bigfrig.com. Wolfpack Racing, Ray Page over there. Going to get to go hang out with him in Texas here in a few weeks. So be a really good time to go down there for All-Star weekend, and spend some time down there and unwind and relax a little bit. All my teammates over at Reaper Racing, we had a pretty good showing tonight. Looks like Coach got a P5 out of the deal, so really glad to see him finishing well tonight. Brandon Wallace, P7, Kyle Roberts, P9, and Griff back there in 12th. You know, overall a really good showing, I think, for the field. Tough track. Atlanta's hot, slick, and nasty. So really glad to see that the guys can overcome that and get some good finishes out of the deal. Velocity Motorsports, new short track team I'm on, along with Shock iRacing Performance, that's helping out with some big car setups and stuff for some open officials and everybody over Superior Performance Motorsports. Big shout out to all those guys. Big shout out to the whole league. Griff keeps this thing running. He overcame the hurdles tonight. You know, self-made hurdles, but he overcame them just fine. So I think everything went off without a hitch as much as it could tonight. So really glad doing it. Really glad to keep this thing rolling.
As I said to Jason Moore, it's not the first league owner that's ever screwed up sessions here in the Rebels, and I'm sure it's not going to be the last time it happens either.
You're absolutely right. I think every one of us has done it. Just a cost playing the game. You just got to build a new session. That's all you can do.
I remember one time, I think Matt Geis, we had to build about 4 or 5 one night. So
there was a Daytona race where I know we went through 2 or 3, and I think Jason Warren, he was on the pole for one of the truck races, and one of the admins misclicked and disqualified him and booted him from the session, so had to make another one off of that. So, you know, this is not the first time, and like you said, it won't be the last, I'm sure.
Oh,
Like I told you during the break, if we did everything perfect all the time, people would think we were professionals, and that's just not the case.
well, that's for sure. That's further from the case. But again, congratulations, and we'll see you in 2 weeks at Rockingham.
All right, sounds good, man.
Have a great night.
See you.
There you have it, Garrett Kinder, your winner tonight here at Hotlanta. Fortunately, I can't give out any of the Hard Charger or other awards tonight due to the stage break. I can't go back and see the original standings. But again, congratulations to Garrett Kinder and all of our drivers who punched their ticket to the round of 8. You can check out ORRleague.com. You can see where the playoff drivers are. And again, we want to thank everybody for joining us tonight. Even though we had a couple hurdles we had to overcome, we were able to provide you with some fantastic racing here tonight at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Again, join us in 2 weeks on the 15th as we take on Rockingham. Again, enjoy your Mother's Day weekend for everybody here between my mom and my wife. I want to wish them a happy Mother's Day. And to all the moms out there watching, happy Mother's Day to you as well. And on behalf of myself and everybody here on Intensity Broadcasting, I want to wish everybody a happy and safe weekend. Stay safe, everybody, especially with the storms that have been rolling through. I know there's been some really nasty storms across the Midwest, so everybody stay safe. We appreciate you tuning in. And as our boy Atlee, Atman Weiss would say, over and out.